People should just start shine here. Hello. Alright, it's been a while, but I am here. I am here because I had to do it. I had to do it. The Kendrick Lamar, The Heart Part 5 came out, and I had to do a reaction video to it. I did it with my mother. So, after this little intro, we're going to get right to the video. I'm not going to talk too long. This was just, I'm always weak. We know. We be looking for Kendrick, alright? We be looking for the music. We be looking for K-Dot to come through. And apparently he came through with the come-throughs. Alright, he did his thing. So like I said, I'm not going to talk too much. I'm going to just cut this, and we're going to get straight into the reaction video. Thank y'all for tuning in. I am all of us. I don't know what, Oklahoma? I wish I knew who that was, or what that was, or what that meant. But I love that I am, and then all of us separate. Okay. Right away, as soon as it comes on, the emotion that's in his eyes, it doesn't look like, even though he's a good actor, that doesn't look like acting at all. No. This looks like, it looked like he was already in his fields. And what's his sign? He's a Gemini, right?
I'm not sure.
Ooh. So, yeah.
He just looks like he's, like, I just, there's so much emotion in the look. Mm-hmm. There's a lot of emotions in his look.
Yeah.
And knowing what I know about him from what you've shown me from the K-Dot and all of that, it just looks like his spirit is ready to say something.
Yeah, like just ready to bust through.
Yeah, like he was holding on to.
But this is the last time we saw Kendrick, I think, was
that award show when he was. That's the last time I saw him on that award show.
Yeah, he's on his cousin's album Tune. I think he got a few features. His little cousin does music too, and he's on that's that amazing brother. When I kept saying brother,
okay.
that's why I get that from. That's Kendrick. But yeah, just right off the rip, you
see a
pure
spirit
emotion.
a spirit that's ready to say something, do something, show you something. He's just ready. Like it looks like he was holding it in, and now he's ready.
The whole aura, the hair, the
it's
hair is just like
he just looked like
he just here.
He was wearing it for a minute, and now he can release it. There it goes. Look like he was wearing whatever it is, and now he can release it.
He was damn near worn out, and this is just the beginning. 6 seconds in. All right, we are 2 minutes off that.
Kendrick Lamar.
As I get a little older, I realize life is perspective. And my perspective may differ from yours. I want to say thank you to everyone that's been down with me. All my fans, all my beautiful fans.
That's K-Dot, baby.
Anyone who's ever gave me a lesson. All my people.
I come from a generation of pain where murder is minor. Rebellious and more jealous and shooting for designer. Belt buckles and cloud overzealous and prone to violence. Make their own turn. Be aware of the will alignment. Residue burn. Missteady in the city. Miscommunication. They keep homo detector busy. No protection is risky. Desensitized. I vandalize pain. Covered up and camouflage. Get used to hearing arsenal rain. Analyze. Risk your life. Take the charge. Homies don't fuck your baby mama once you hit the yard. That's culture. 20.
Time out.
Okay.
Now, when I heard, like, hearing that initially, like, first, okay, he just ripped it. He literally just ripped it in, like, under a minute, okay? That line right there, as soon as you hit the yard, like, he said it, that's culture. But, real quick, my mom went to Tekashi 6ix9ine, and the situation with him saying why he snitched on my mans and them, forget his name, real Shotty and them, I think, why he snitched on them. Come to find out, Shotty was supposedly dealing with his baby mother when he was locked up.
Okay.
Yes, and that's the culture. And Tekashi 6ix9ine, that's a rapper for the elders who don't know, for whoever watching who don't know.
Okay.
6ix9ine, the rapper. And yeah, and then that's gang culture too. And if you know what I'm saying, Kendrick's affiliation with gang culture and just LA, and then how gang culture is, how people immediately associate that with black culture. So that right there, that's just where my mind went straight off the rip. It went to Tekashi, and immediately after, that's culture. So I'm gonna take it back a little bit so we can catch that.
Mama, once you hit the yard, that's culture. 23-hour lockdown. Then somebody called, said your little nephew was shot down. The coaches involved. I done seen niggas do 17, hit the halfway house, get out and get his brains blown out. Looking to buy some weed, car washes played out. New GoFundMe accounts to proceed. A brand new victim of shattered those dreams. The culture.
He is so feeling it.
If you don't know, if you don't even hear the song before, which it ran through earlier, I didn't get to fully process it, so that's why I'm able to do the reaction. But it's like you have to say those words. You like that just comes up. Whether he was gonna say that, you was gonna say, 'cause I want you to want me.
And the way he holds himself, like, yes, that's
because
it.
That's
I just
Marvin.
want you to want me too.
And if you're in love with Marvin, like Marvin is culture. Marvin is the culture, right? All like, this is why we love Kendrick. Period. Okay. Right. And to take him straight up. Oh. Okay. Oh. Oh. Bipolar. Sorry. Okay. I'm sorry. Okay. All right.
Always play the offense. Niggas going to work and selling work, late for work, working late, praying for work, but he don't pay for work. That's the culture. Point the finger, promote you. Remote location, witness protection, they gon' hold you. The streets got me fucked up.
That's Jussie Smollett.
I wanna represent for us. New revolution was up and moving. I'm in Argentina, wiping my tears, full of confusion. Water in between us, another peer's been executed. History repeats again. Make amends and find a nigga with the same skin to do it. But that's the culture. Crack a bottle. Hard to deal with the pain when you're sober. By tomorrow, we forget the remains, we start over. That's the problem. Our foundation was trained to accept whatever follows.
Right.
Dehumanize, insensitive, scrutinize the way we live for you and I. Enemy shook my hand, I can promise I'll meet you. In a land where no equal is your equal. Never say I ain't told you. No, in a land where hurt people hurt more people. Fuck calling it culture.
The fact that it's like he's getting hit with it.
Yeah, that's why I'm like, he is so feeling it.
Oh. Oh. Right. Oh, they all.
Take the drums out.
That face is killer.
He probably was going through so much in knowing what this was going to be, knowing what the outcome was.
Okay, I feel like the song might have already been done, but just with the state of the culture, the visuals came to him. Because how recent, the Will Smith situation was just last month, was just in March. Was it not the very end of March?
That award show when he slapped my man. I don't know.
It was in March or April, so that's recent, and that's the creative beauty of us as a culture. You know what I'm saying? And regardless if you want to say black, whatever you want to say about that, his creativity. I'm not even going to put that as a whole. Zeroing in on Kendrick, ooh, these visuals probably came to him in a dream, and he woke up and said, let's do it like this.
Remember, you told me the other day, too, where Tupac was on the set and wrote
how
Baby,
he did,
how fast he did it. So,
right, and a lot of people compare Kendrick
then.
to Pac, and I've even seen some people like, yeah, Kendrick is Pac reincarnated. Kendrick has to be Pac reincarnated. Okay, Ooh, I feel it in my gut. But yes, fun fact, Tupac wrote Brenda, or at least, you know what I'm saying, had the first, had maybe the first verse or so, and the hook may be done on a set of Juice. And messed him up. He heard the story, and messed him up. He did the song. He rapped it for Omar, and then like 6 months later, we got Brenda's Got a Baby. But Brenda's okay, beautiful. Oh my goodness.
Celebrate new life when they come back around. The purpose is in the lessons we learning now. Sacrifice personal gain over everything, just to see the next generation better than ours. I wasn't perfect, the skin I was in that truly suffered. Temptation and patience, everything that the body nurtures. I felt the good, I felt the bad, and I felt the worry. But all in all, my productivity has stayed urgent. Face your fears, always knew that I will make it here. Where the energy is magnified and persevere. Consciousness is synchronized and crystal clear. Euphoria is glorified and made his. Reflecting on my life and what I done. Paid dues, made rules, change out of love. The same views made schools change curriculums, but didn't change me staring down the barrel of their gun. Should I feel resentful? I didn't see my full potential. Should I feel regret about the good that I was into? Everything is everything, this ain't coincidental. I woke up that morning with more heart to give you. As I bleed through the speakers, feel my presence. To my brother, to my kids, I'm in heaven. To my mother, to my sis, I'm in heaven. To my father, to my wife, I'm sis, this is heaven. To my friends, make sure you count them blessings. To my fans, make sure you make them investments. Until the killer despaired at my demise, I forgive you, just know your soul's in question. I seen the pain in your pupil when that trigger had squeezed. And though you did me gruesome, I was surely relieved. I completed my mission, wasn't ready to leave, but fulfilled my days, my creator was pleased. I can't stress how I love y'all. I don't need to be in flesh just to hug y'all. The memories recollect just because y'all celebrate me with respect. The unity we protect is above all. And Sam, I'll be watching over you. Make sure my kids watch all my interviews. Make sure you live by that dreams we produce. Keep that genius in your brain on the move. And to my neighborhood, let the good prevail. Make sure them babies and the leaders out of jail. Look for salvation when troubles get real. Cause you can help the world until you help yourself. And I can't blame the hood the day that I was killed. You had to see it, that's the only way to feel. And though my physical won't reap the benefits, the energy that carry on and mix still, I want you.
Wow. That guy, wow. Wow.
And if you know, you know. If I die today, I better make the said proud.
Wow. Okay. 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 So that one was very. That was a lot. He meant it. He meant what he was saying, and he wanted you to understand what he was saying to so many people, because it started out with O.J. Simpson and you end with Nipsey.
Right, the one they would call a coon. The one he ended up being like the biggest coon to somebody that like who's passing, which O.J. is still here. But you know, with his passing, that would do something for the culture as well. Like stop, just
no,
okay.
Because he did O.J.
No, I'm going from with him starting at O.J. and him ending at Nipsey. With, like I was saying, with them looking at O.J. like he's the biggest coon or whatever the case, to somebody like Nipsey, that it felt like when Nipsey passed, it shook the world. Like this was a global effect, and you knew what Nipsey stood for. You wasn't coming out your mouth sideways about what he stood for. We don't know his beginnings, all right? But if you know, you know. When he said, make sure my kids watch all my interviews, to see from the very beginning, regardless of what he was affiliated with, you knew what he stood for. He was talking that, Nip was talking that talk from the beginning. He was what in his late teens, early 20s or whatever. Like, it's an old video with him and Gilly even. When Gilly was there, he was talking with Gilly the kid, and they... Okay. There's so much to unpack. There's so much to unpack in this. You call it a video. You don't call it a video. What the freak do you? This is. All right, so there's definitely a lot to.
He said a lot. He showed a lot.
Unpack, and his choice of visuals with each line, and it's like what's so crazy is Kendrick could have easily had a completely different song written to this. This could have been a completely different song, and then he was like, no, I'm about to go and rewrite the whole thing. The hook probably was exactly the same, but the verses, and knowing, he saw, I'm going to do this face, I'm going to do this face, I don't put that past him. And the fact that he starts off, wow, first you see him like this, and then you see the aggression, and then you see him come back to it, but then you see him with his chest out, like, whew. It's a lot. It's a lot. It's a classic, another Kendrick classic, hands down. This one is for the books. It came out so where we at is officially the 10th. This came out, I think, on the 8th. And it was #1 trending yesterday. I thought it was #1 trending yesterday. I'm not exactly sure. I thought it was #1 trending.
That's 11 million?
Yeah, but now it's #9 trending with over 11 million views, almost 12 million views. Yeah, this was posted on the 8th. So, and what's crazy is I brought up Tekashi. I think he was one of the only other rappers to do numbers like this within a matter of like 2 days or so, like 48 hours or something crazy. He was another one that did that. That's a lot. Another Kendrick classic, The Heart Part 5. If you haven't, give it a full listen, watch through, analyze it, all of that. I want to go and watch everybody else's reaction to it now, because I think DJ Frost, did I see that right? Yeah, my man's got his face covered and everything, so yeah, I want to go and watch some reactions myself. This was dope, fire, and he didn't do nothing but stand in place. Like, ain't no extra optics or nothing. Just Kendrick. All we need. This is all we need. That's all we needed. But, yeah. That was freaking dope. So, alright. That's it for that. And,
excuse us, y'all.
Yeah. Thumbs up. Triple, quadruple. However many thumbs up for that. So,